campus people, welcome to another episode of Campus Gist on UrbanPop Radio, where we talk about everything happening across different campuses in Nigeria. I'm your host Neemah, and I've got amazing people with me in the studio today.
Fikunayo,
Jameelah.
So today's conversation is going to be a very serious one. We are going to dive into three major aspects of students' lifestyle, from government policies to students' lifestyle. Let's start with a very serious one. And we are going to keep it real and balanced on today's show. The first topic we are starting with is the federal government has disbursed 11.8 billion in zero-interest loan to over 6,800 staff across Nigerian tertiary institutions under a welfare support scheme. Now, this loan is meant to improve staff welfareism and development, basically. So, Fikun, this sounds like a good move. Do you think it is something the government can sustain, and do you think this is a step in a right direction?
Well, okay, so first I also agree that it's a good move. I think it is something I think the scheme is nice. And as for sustainability, we can't say until we see.
Actually,
we can't say until we see. So it depends on like how much we see them do.
Okay. So, Jameelah, let me bring you in. Some people are saying this is not enough. What do you think?
There are a lot of lecturers across campuses in Nigeria, and I don't even think is up because now they are saying they are both teaching staff members and non-teaching staff members.
Yes,
so
yes.
I don't think it's going to be enough for the whole staff members across campuses.
Do you think so? Okay, do you think giving the loans is better, or increasing their salaries and improving facilities? Which one is actually more suitable to this situation?
I feel like instead of giving out these loans, they're supposed to just like increase their salaries, because debt is still debt at the end of the day.
And they're still going to pay back.
It is still loan. So it's still loan. It's still like a burden upon them.
Actually.
Yeah.
So, Fikun, do you think this will actually improve teaching quality in schools?
Well, it's to make some of the lecturers happy. I actually feel like it is kind of a scheme to distract us for a while.
Actually,
But
that part.
But can we actually really say distracting them for a while, or just trying to see to their welfareism, but giving it to them for like a short-term loan? Is it a short-term or a long-term? But definitely they are paying back.
Yeah.
I think it's just to encourage them, and increase their welfareism, basically.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe or maybe not.
maybe not.
So, Jameelah, why loans, not salary increase?
That was up to the government though. When I saw that news, I kept asking why not incrementing their salary, why the loans? Because at the end of the day, they'll still struggle to pay this money back, and it's from this lecturing job that they'll still have to pay back.
Okay. So do you actually think the lecturers prefer this to a better pay? Or do you think they want a better pay rather than getting loans from the government?
Well, I'm not a lecturer, so
and
I can't have their primary perspective. Or basically, I feel like nobody wants to acquire debt now.
Exactly.
Nobody would like to acquire debt.
So
of course, even if it might give you relief, like for urgent
needs,
it's just for a short period.
But then
everybody still want a better pay at the end of the day.
Like
actually, but if lecturers are comfortable financially, how do you think it's going to help students?
A lot.
No, wait.
Okay.
I feel like they are too cited. Yes,
Okay.
if the lecturers are too comfortable,
Yes.
they will still have to come to classes. But and if they are not comfortable, is it people that will suffer it too?
We know well, students.
But do you think our lecturers actually, because personally I feel like they want a better pay, not really loans.
Yeah.
And there's actually one of my lecturers that keeps saying it in class that, okay, see your facilities, this and that keeps complaining. And he tells us every day that, okay, the government is not basically doing what they're expected to do, and it is not improving the quality. I think there was actually a day that we wanted to he wanted to show something in class, and we were meant to hear, it's like projector, and then we were meant to hear the audio because we're dealing with sounds. So it was like the projector is not working in class, so
speakers too.
It's not working, nothing is working. He was basically complaining throughout the class because it was kind of hard for him to actually pass his message for that class. So he didn't have any choice than to tell us to go and read on our own. So that even made everybody like read on our own when you can't explain. He now threw the question to us that, okay, now the government is meant to improve these facilities. They're not doing anything, and it is basically affecting we, the students, back. So do you think the government is just trying to manage this temporarily, or it is more suitable for them to get a permanent solution to this?
It's better to get a permanent solution, because once it's temporary, they keep spending. And
I think you guys' point are valid, because loan is something you definitely pay back at the end of the day. But increasing, even though it is a temporary situation, and it will be well appreciated, because we can't see from the premier aspects, like Fikun said, we can't see from the premier aspects of these lecturers, but definitely they are going to appreciate it, even though it is not solving that problem permanently, just a temporary situation. So now let's move to something serious. There has been issues surrounding insecurity and police brutality in students' communities, police-related issues around students' community, and I don't want to say harassment, but police doing what they know how to do. I don't want to use that word harassment, even though it is still harassment, but let's say they are still trying to secure us, like just trying to do the security part of it. So Jameelah, some people thinks that security agencies are actually used to maintain order. In this situation, do you think they're actually maintaining that order?
I don't think so. There are a lot of students complaining, especially in this Ilorin. There are a lot of students complaining about police profiling them because based on their phones, their dressings, which is not supposed to be. You see someone because of is using probably an iPhone 17 now.
And you say like
you just assume that is a fraud.
Yes,
so I don't think in that aspect they are maintaining order. They are just trying to rile up students.
Students are complaining about harassment and, let's say, brutality. What's your perspective on it? What's your take?
Well, how do I talk about this in a balanced way? In a way, the police are actually doing their job. But I feel like they are not equipped with, should I say, the most current knowledge. They are doing it in the traditional way. I feel like that is they are being so traditional about it. The world is moving to the point that when you see, there are things that have transitioned. Just because you see someone looking so good does not mean the person is fraud. And then I feel like maybe, I don't know if it is part of their scheme or something, but emotional intelligence, I don't know if that's the right word.
They really
But they just come, they just speak to you anyhow.
And bring your phone, search you,
I believe there should be a more composed way
to actually approach students.
That stop and search is not a bad thing.
Because you're trying to, they're actually trying to
for security.
Yes,
but then once it's getting too much, once you start arresting the wrong students, it's not right.
Okay, but do you think schools are doing good, or let me say they are doing excellently well by protecting their students staying off campus?
Of course, the students even off campus are still a responsibility of the school. So it's not bad if the school is working hand in hand with the police,
with the security agencies
in general.
Okay.
But are they doing that?
Are they?
Well, personally, I feel like they do, because even at the long run, when a student is arrested or harassed, I have a case like that, I think the classmate of mine actually, he didn't give the police, so he didn't give them the vibe to, maybe stop and search him, even though he didn't actually have any bad thing on him. But he felt like, why will you just harass me anyhow, see me then stop me? So he dragged it to them at the long run, and they arrested him. So at long run, he just told them that, he's not going to pay a dime, he's not going to bribe them or anything. So he called the student union president, and then they went down there, and even though the police officer actually, they tweaked the old story and said,
it's always like that.
He did this and that, and it felt like it was somehow at the long run, because to me I felt like what's this? Because why will you just make students feel like we are the bad people? Why is it that you're always doing that to students? You're always harassing students. Like we don't have a say.
I don't even think they do that for only students. Police, when you hear most people with with experiences, most people have had encounters with these people.
Okay.
That is how they often do. Because someone was telling me one time that actually when you go to the police station and they ask you to write a statement, and when you are done, you're actually supposed to tear the statements that you but then they'll be like, why do you want to tear it? So I think they actually try to infringe on people's rights. Maybe because, but then I think it's responsibility of everybody to also be properly informed on their rights.
Okay, but Jameelah, what do you think students should do when they are stopped or they are harassed by police officers?
It's all about knowing our rights at the end of the day.
But do you think those rights can actually, because
save us?
Yes, save us. Do you think, because the police officers too, they know the rights, they know the proper thing. So do you think it can actually save us?
It depends on the situation now. Depends on and that question.
Okay, what do you think? But is profile of students, is it not becoming too much, or is it bearable for students?
It's becoming too much. It is. A lot of people want to come. They'll be like, because of the police in Ilorin, they cannot come. Like I have a friend. He said he's coming to Ilorin. He wants to come and visit his friends in Ilorin. And then at the end of the day, someone told him, if you go, they will stop you. You know this. Even if the fear of
coming and them stopping you, harassing you, or telling to pay,
and probably he didn't even tell his
and
parents that he was coming. Imagine arresting
you.
Exactly. You have to call your parents.
Informed.
Exactly.
So what do you think? What's your perspective, Fikun?
Well, actually, it's more because what do you mean? There are places, okay, I'm traveling, and you're telling that, okay, I'm not supposed to press my phone because we are passing a checkpoint.
No, like that's for the soldiers, I think.
There are still security agencies.
Yes,
long run.
Actually, you have different security agencies.
Like, even if you want, in fact, the time I was traveling around a particular site here in Ilorin, and then the phone was off. That was the most annoying thing. The phone was off, and then they said we are not going to go. They said the guy should bring his phone, and it's even like the phone is even switched off, like it is not on. But then I think there should be a balance or something. I know students can be so extra.
You get like you leave your hostel, then you get to the road. Where are you going?
Like why
do you get? They questioning you. Are you feeling like? I didn't leave house for this drama.
Exactly.
I feel like in as much as the police officers are trying to maintain peace and order in our society, there should be accountability and they should know the right way to go about things.
And we understand be a reason for them
doing
to
that. Students should feel protected and not intimidated by anybody. They don't have to feel intimidated that this point there's a police checkpoint there.
Imagine them throwing phones to the back. Hold it.
Because even though some people don't have anything on their phones, keep, but they feel like once they will look for your phone, once they get that phone, you're going to pay a bribe or do this or do that, and that's actually a very bad thing. But I think something like that happened around Kwara Poly, where a police officer actually shot a student. Wow. The student, I think the student died. But then the police officer was later relieved of his duties. He was later sacked. He was removed from work. That's actually a very good one. But on the long run, too, it's not something expected. Having children in school, then you heard that, police officer harassed or brutalized your kid. Like, how do you want us to feel?
I even feel that even beyond like academic communities, even beyond students
communities,
the way you mentioned it, that there should be accountability. It should not seem like you are bullying me.
Yes.
It should seem like
you're protecting me.
And even if the person is actually the person that is wrong, you don't need to just do like, for goodness sake, Nigeria is at least to a point where there's so many learned people, and then you can't be speaking to learned people anyhow, like rudely. Like, what are you trying to feel like, and what are you trying to make me feel like?
Once
then
they
if you actually see these guys, the way they will like, permit me to use the word, rubbish you, Like, come here, look at the way she's doing, look at the way.
Exactly.
Why? Okay,
Especially when
you're not properly
going
dressed.
with, you're not going with whatever they are saying, or you're trying
it's
to
a crime,
like, no, I know my rights. That's why I'm saying, you saying we should know our rights. Knowing our rights is a thing. They respecting those rights is another thing.
Yeah.
So they need to actually respect the freedom of speaking, because basically they will not even allow you to speak.
I feel like once they are searching, they should be like, okay, so thing happened. That's why we're searching. Probably they stole somebody's phone. Yes, you tell us the reason they are searching us, not just do anyhow.
Okay, that's what takes me back to saying that there should be accountability and students should actually feel protected and not intimidated. Yeah. So now let's go to relationship issues a little bit. Cohabitation, we are basically going to talk about cohabitation among students on campus. Living like partners, living like married couples on campus. So that's what we are going to. So Jameelah, what's your perspective on this? What do you feel?
I feel it's wrong.
You feel it's wrong. Fiku, what do you feel? Yes, just say, what do you feel?
Basically, why do you feel it's wrong? Let me ask that.
Number one, in terms of personal space. Okay, what do you mean? I fought with my partner and we have to stay in the same room and then we are not talking.
What if you are married?
Right?
Okay.
In terms of marriage, is a very different thing. It's a very different thing. You can.
What makes it different?
That's why I said cohabitation among students living on campus. Not really. I'm not saying it's not different, but living as married couples.
You can lead to distraction.
It can lead to distraction.
Academically and even emotionally.
Okay, but Fikun, why do you think students are actually embracing it?
Why do you think students are embracing it? I don't know.
Okay, just give your view. Why do you think students are actually doing that?
Yeah, for there are some people. But this is a tough question.
Yes.
Why do I think people are doing it? I don't know, to prepare themselves for their marriage. Is
it really? Well, I don't want to. That's your perspective. I really don't want to go with that. I feel like most students they do it because we feel like when we are in university, we have that freedom to do anything and everything we want to do.
You know, with your parents, so
basically, if you're at home, there are some things
you can't do.
You dare not do.
Exactly.
Because you know that you have checkmates. Right. Yes, you know that you have people to checkmate you. That okay, what are you doing exactly?
But then are you saying so freedom is the reason why most people come?
I'm saying freedom is part.
Okay.
You can't be staying with your parents then saying.
But I think some people used to do it even at their parents' house. So.
Well, that's another thing to talk about.
Parenting is on different levels.
Well.
Yeah. Someone parents their children is different from others.
So, Jameelah, do you think you're saving costs or is about love? Do you think they're actually saving costs or it is about love?
Okay, we can say it is about love.
Okay,
with my partner, I want to stay with my partner. I want to cook for my partner. For the ladies now.
Okay.
For some to satisfy their desire.
I feel like that's the major reason.
So because
I feel like that's the major reason, to satisfy themselves emotionally and every other.
Well,
financial parts, I don't think most people go for financial.
No, I don't think so. How many people say that?
Because at the end of the day, if you are not staying with your partner, you will rent your own place, right?
Definitely. So that's why I'm saying is it to save costs. Like, you know, when you're staying alone, it's just you are getting an apartment for yourself, but staying together means you are doing it together
or splitting the bills.
Do you get? So that's what I'm saying. Is it about the love or about saving costs?
I'll just say it's about the love.
To you, people, what do you feel like?
Some people will say they are trying to save costs because actually splitting the bills is easier, is more
economical.
But I think that's just an excuse.
Okay, so now, do you think cohabitation actually affects academic performance?
Definitely.
It affects. Okay, why?
Definitely, because I feel like my personal opinion is that when, like, especially like cohabiting as partners, as couples, there is an emotional tug. I don't know.
Okay,
you feel responsible, especially as, let me say, from the female perspective.
Especially when you guys have a little issue, then you just want to rant. But you can't actually rant because you're staying in the same space. You have to be mindful.
Mindful, does the person want to beat you?
No. You can't say. You never can tell. But now let's remove the violence, the domestic violence away. But now let's talk like there are sometimes that you just want to rant, even as friends. Just want to, maybe you're just tired of something, then you just want to
keep on
rant,
talking about
keep on talking. But then you add a little issue between each other. You're staying in the same space. Even if you rant, you know you're still coming back because you guys are staying together.
It doesn't matter. Wait, I'm even changing my perspective on this whole thing. I feel like that doesn't matter because even if you are doing that, even you can't. Let's say when you even get married, you should be able to be comfortable around your partner.
Okay,
you should be able to comfortably rant. So I don't think that
is actually an issue.
Yes, I want to change my perspective.
What is it?
Cohabiting. I'm not saying I support it.
Okay.
No. But
okay,
like my perspective, let's look at it in a different light. That's okay. If there is really love, and let's assume that, let's say that both partners are, let's say, what's the word? That is mature with their feelings. You know that your partner can provide emotional support for you when you are reading, during mental breakdown.
I'm not supporting this perspective. This is your perspective.
Well,
this is your perspective. Let's hear from Jameelah. Jameelah, what's your perspective
on the
cohabiting in general?
Does it affect?
Yes, it does. It does. Even normal couples, when they have issues, there's this.
Some people just even like their space.
Exactly. Like me, I love being alone. It's not that every time I'm with someone, at some point to get.
Wait, okay. Let's look at it like this. Cohabiting is on a different level.
This one is
there's a part of even as students. There's a part of people staying in their hostel individually from Monday to Friday or Thursday. Then Fridays to Sundays. They are their babe's place.
Okay.
So that is that infringement of privacy or intrusion of privacy?
I think that's just planned, like something that
that's
we both agree
to.
But it's still cohabitation. To me, it is still cohabitation because you are definitely staying there over the weekend. So it's still cohabitation, not just full. It may be partial. Let's say partial cohabitation. The full cohabitation is staying there.
Like for a whole session or for sessions.
Actually, I have someone that she has her own apartment.
But she
doesn't go there
stay in her
at
apartment.
all.
She stays with her
at all. Like she paid, but she doesn't go.
Very well.
There are people like that.
Neemah, let me ask for your perspective. What's your opinion on like emotional support? Like cohabitation gives room for emotional support.
Well, me, I feel like even if there's no cohabitation, your partner can still provide emotional support. Even if there's still no cohabitation, you are not staying together. What if it is a long distance something? And so it is, like you said earlier, it is the maturity of both people involved. If you both are mature to actually notice, okay, this is yes, not even do's and don'ts really. There are sometimes that you have to bend those don'ts to do's.
Yeah, really? For your partner. Yes.
See, yes, you have to bend those don'ts to do's. When you get someone, you are in the same space with someone. So cohabitation does not really mean providing emotional support only. Like you said, satisfying desires and all of that. Financial support and all of that. But the emotional support parts, even if you are not cohabiting, your partner should still and always provide emotional support.
I feel that's why you even have a partner
in the first place. Just to support each other.
Love
emotionally, physically.
Anger is an emotion. Everything goes hand in hand.
Everything works together. So that's just my own perspective. So saying you have to cohabit together, there are sometimes there are people like me now that there's just sometimes that you just want to be alone.
Sure.
But when you're living with someone, even there are sometimes that you don't even feel like speaking to anyone. But when you are with someone, won't you speak to someone? Do you get?
Imagine when you don't want to talk and the other one is like.
But now it's not even about being married. Now you are not married. That's actually the perspective we are looking at. You are not married. You are still students. So why living as couples when you are still going to live as couples
later
when you get married? That is my own perspective.
Because I also feel like cohabiting actually limits you to try out different things, good things.
Okay, but then do you feel like, this is now to both of you, do you feel like students get too comfortable then lose focus?
Yeah.
Sure.
They get too comfortable with the cohabitation, then lose focus of what they actually want.
Like this couple life thing now, some people take it too serious. Imagine someone saying, I've not cooked for my guy.
It's going to come
and you're in school.
Like
I have to leave school early.
That's like
that's losing focus from the actual thing you went to do.
Okay, yes,
like,
yes.
Like adding that to the last thing I said, that cohabiting like limits you from trying out different things. You know, okay, sometimes you're supposed to actually do something that is actually going to help you for your benefits, but you actually have to make excuses in front of people. I have to be somewhere. I have something to do.
You can't even say.
That's part of what I'm saying now. Now maybe you have a girls hangout or a guys hangout, but you're staying with someone and you know
the person
who your
not
partner
going to like
is, and the person is not going to like it. You can't go. Even though you actually want to be with your friends, but you have to make excuses because you know the person you are staying with won't like it. And the outcome will definitely cause maybe a disagreement or something like that. So that's just it. So cohabitation is kind of stressful. So would you advise a friend to try it?
No way.
No way.
Big
You didn't want me to finish before you said
No, I cannot.
Unless if she wants to do it, or after advising you cannot go do it.
Well, there's that part.
It depends on the person's choice. You can't say
that's what I'm saying.
I can advise you, but I
you
cannot
can do
force
whatever you
to
want
do
to.
it. Yes.
I mean,
That's actually it. But imagine arguing over assignments in class. There, someone is arguing over I want to go out. Someone is telling you guys I want to arguing over a group work in class. Then someone is telling you I want to go and
it's just
priorities.
more than that.
Priorities are different.
Priorities.
So I'm saying I'm concerned about how we are going to settle this work. Then you are saying you are concerned about cooking for someone
or washing clothes.
Don't even talk about washing clothes. I've not washed mine.
Talk more washing for that person.
When the time comes, actually,
You can do that.
you key into it. When time comes, maybe when you
That
are
one is
couples,
legal.
like legal couples, married couples.
Because at the end of the day, those ones now they can still break up.
That part, that emotional part. What if you guys now they felt tired of each other, then spilled? How would it even
You
look
know,
like?
after everything I did for him, after everything I did for her.
Stories that pains the heart, stories that touches the heart. So I think that's well, I feel like it depends. It's not necessary. It's kind of pressure, but it's not really pressure. It's just maturity. It depends on how we see it. It depends. Me, I see it like it's not something I can do or tell my friends to do. Someone may say and have reasons that okay, why not? It's something I can tell my friends to do. So we all have different perspectives, and that's why we're humans. So everybody with theirs, and it's basically for the person. So today's discussion shows how campus life is complex, from policies to students' lifestyles to security, how everything affects students basically living on campus and all of that. So thank you for joining us on today's show. It's always about everything happening on campus. I'm still your host Neemah, and my co-host
Fikunayo,
Jameelah.
Thank you. Till next time, no darling.